we're purchasing from small business, big business, women-owned businesses, Black-owned businesses, not just making sure that we're just going to some big five, as we call it. We also want to make sure that our charitable and policies reflect these change. We put our money where our mouth is, and if we're going to create change, we actually have to change our policy that we do. These are kind of our equality pillars. We established these last year, and we drive different, you can see different measures in each and every single one of those at Salesforce. We do have some lofty goals here, and this is going to be exciting because you know what? My favorite thing is I think like 20% of our future hires at Salesforce are going to be recent college grads. What? If I knew that, if I had that when I was graduating, that'd be amazing to work at Salesforce right out of college. That's like, what? That's crazy. But yes, out of everybody that we are hiring, 20% are going to be out of college graduates. Why? Is because we want to make sure that again, we want to reflect our society, not just by women and men, but by age as well. It's pretty cool. We also want to make sure that our underrepresented groups are also a part of that hiring process. We want to increase our Black leaders and URM, as we call it, representation and leaders by 50% by 2023. And then we also want to make sure that our people that identify as an underrepresented minority is staying at Salesforce, and we're not losing them for any situation that maybe they don't feel comfortable or vice versa. So we're creating programs to make sure that they're building skills needed. One thing before I go into kind of how we hire, these are some of the programs that we have to fight racial injustice within Salesforce, and we promote equality. First, we always make sure that our executives are all trained on the latest and greatest in terms of equality programming. Our future force, we're hiring from not just, colleges that are predominantly, not identifying as a historically Black college or vice versa. We actually look into those. We're creating programs within some of those colleges, historically Black colleges, to make sure that those are represented. And then all the way through is our referral process. Usually people are surrounded by like-minded individuals. So how are we empowering our underrepresented minorities to refer their folks, their friends, their family members into Salesforce, and creating different type of referral processes. And we do a lot of programs that you see at the bottom, obviously enabling, making sure everybody is enabled on the latest and greatest in terms of quality, but then all the way through events, and these are all public events. Reach out to me. We get all of these amazing celebrities to come here and talk about what they're doing in the world and how they're changing and how Salesforce can help showcase and provide that great wealth through and through. I have these slides. I can give you to them. These are if you just had questions. I'm like, hey, what have we done so far? Some of the things that I'm really proud right now is that we did close the gender pay gap, which is pretty cool. We looked at everybody's salary and we said, why are women, getting paid less than men at Salesforce? And they paid like $5 million in a gap to have women who are in the same level, the same job, up to their peers. They should be making the exact same as any of the men in our company. And we also make sure that we hired more women in our company. We are 11,000 more women than we were 5 years ago, which is a crazy amount. And actually, I feel like my team that I manage, I feel like, let's see here. Yeah, I feel it. I, as a male, is the underrepresented person group in our group, which is awesome. It just showcases again that some of these programs are working. We're not hiring, the typical white male. I'm not saying anything bad about them at all, but we are opening up these programs to get other folks, different personalities, different types of voices within our group. I also have here, just wanted to talk about this, is like, okay, Justin, I want to get hired at Salesforce. Well, we're changing the way we're hiring huge. First, throw everything you knew about hiring out the window. Salesforce is hiring on competencies now. We're not hiring based on where did you go to school, how many years in the industry have you been, your personality is great or culture fit. You would think that that's how we led, that's how companies are leading, right? You get your degree. what we found is that actually started to demonstrate some culture fit that aren't great, to be honest, in terms of we didn't hire folks because you didn't go to the school, or folks like that, that to us, that could discriminate some of our underrepresented minorities. What we look for now is competencies on doing the job. Do they have the skills needed to execute on the path and vision of the job set forth? Yes, do they have a degree? That's kind of a check mark now. I mean, I know I don't want to like crush anybody's dream that's like, I'm going to Stanford, I'm amazing, that's awesome. Not diminishing that by any means. But it's not about where you went to school anymore. It's about, okay, you have the degree, but do you have the skills necessary or needed to actually perform and execute this job? So that's huge. We're redeploying our program. You look at the job description, it's very specific on what you need to do to be able to accomplish and execute on that job. It's pretty cool. I leave you with a couple things. These slides are for you about some of our quality groups at Salesforce. We find, like-minded groups to come in and perform events and promote some of their, all the way through VetForce for our veterans, all the way through Outforce for our LGBTQIA community. You'll see a lot of things here, and I am a part of 3 of these groups, which I'm super excited. Both Force, which promotes our Black voices within the company. And you can see a little bit about what they do. But I want to make sure I save a few minutes to answer any questions. You can probably just come off mute. You don't have to type it in, my friends. Nothing, it was clear. It was all clear as mud.
I see like Pablo's raising his hand, but okay.
Pablo, what you got for me? Can you, oh, you're allowed to come off mute, I think, or do I have to?
I think Pablo left. Okay.
Okay, bye, Pablo. Miss
Bye,
you.
Pablo.
See me. What's up? I have a question. What are you talking, Pablo, to everyone?
I know I think some of our TeenTechSF members have some questions.
Go for it.
I just have a question. So like, are there, because I know like Salesforce is like a computer science company, but are there like a lot of different types? Like, what are some of the jobs at Salesforce besides like just straight up coding? You know what I mean?
Oh my goodness, it's crazy. In the customer success group alone, we have 56 jobs. It's crazy, all the way through a standard success manager, which is a person that wants to work with the customer and make sure that they're successful with the product, right? Like unlocking, hey, you could do this, you can do this, all the way through to some of our technical roles. What we call as a program architect are the folks that are able to actually code or go in and customize the enterprise software. So we have so many products, all the way through 22 different types of core products. These, you don't have to know how to code because we're enterprise software. We're actually click, not code. But we do have some engineering roles on how to obviously customize the product in the back end. We have marketing, we have basically anything. We're a business, right? So we have the operations, we have the strategy. The great thing about Salesforce that I will say for you all is I've been here for almost 6 years. I've had 5 different roles, from technical to marketing, all the way to enablement. And now I'm chief of staff, which is basically running strategy and operations, basically keeping the lights on for the organization, for a leader. So there's so much. When you go on the job board, you'll see the different ones. The great thing is they're very detailed on what the job is supposed to do. And you know, don't limit yourself to just like, I want to do this. Like, I have so much to my portfolio and my resume because I was able to have so many different types of jobs at Salesforce.
I have one. Why do you value diversity in tech?
Oh my goodness. First off, I mean, I could go on this for 30 minutes on why I think it's just, you know, and not just in tech, but in everything. I don't want to keep it, keep it only for the tech. Salesforce, though, I'm really proud because they have 4 core values for the company. And one of them, and it's actually, I'm not sharing my screen anymore, but one of them is equality. they put that as there. And you have to think about it. We're a global company. We have businesses all over the world, including into countries that don't support gay marriage or don't support, LGBT, kind of folks, but we still have customers there. But we're still going in there to say, hey, this is what we believe in our company. These are our values. And that kind of, to me, makes me, again, proud to work for a company like that. Like, if you don't want to do business with us because we treat everybody equal, that's okay with us. So I think it's just like a core value, just who we are. It's really cool. Amazing. Well, you all can connect with me on LinkedIn if you'd like, and stay involved, reach out. Again, it's all about networking. I'm telling you, I got in Salesforce with a 30-minute call based off of my last CFO. And I know now I'm giving interviews to hire people, and it's like 9, interviews and then a panel and then a presentation. I got in lucky, but this is amazing. There's so much more to talk about, but I hope you guys have a great rest of your STEM seminar and forum here. And I look to see you soon.